In this video, the Bitcoin price is forming a falling wedge on top of a double top pattern on top of this major rising wedge. This will of course affect all altcoins, and that's why you need to watch this video. So hi guys, welcome back to another Gab's cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out daily technical analysis like this. So let's dive into this video. So let's start first with this latest falling wedge action na nag-form right now for the Bitcoin price. So if you're going to look closely here in the hourly time frame, you would actually notice now we are starting to form this falling wedge. So traditionally, a falling wedge is a bullish pattern. So it usually breaks to the upside. So it usually goes to this level, which is the top of the wedge. And that is around 47.5k up until the 48,000 US dollars. So that would be the technical target actually for this falling wedge. But remember, if we are in a bearish movement, that will also possibly play out a bearish scenario. Because if you're going to look at the hourly time frame and follow the 200 moving average, we are now actually below the 200 moving average in the hourly, meaning na this is a bear trend for the hourly time frame. So you would actually notice na if we are going to possibly play the bearish scenario, then we can actually get the target by having the height of this wedge and then lagay natin siya sa possible point of breakout. So this would actually give us around 41.8 thousand US dollars of technical target for the Bitcoin price for the short term. So right now we have two scenarios. So the first one is actually the bullish scenario of the 48,000 US dollar, and the bearish scenario is this 41,000.8 US dollars. So right now yun yung kailangan nyo watch out. So always wait for a candle close with volume to confirm the move. It should be either above the resistance or below the support. So what will happen if there's no volume? Of course, we might get resisted by this possible na 200 moving average in the hourly time frame, or we might actually get some support at this major area, which is itong around 42.9k or roughly 43,000 US dollars. So that's for the hourly time frame. Now, if you're going to look at this in the 4-hour time frame, let's look at the 4-hour time frame. So in the 4-hour time frame, you would actually see na this support na right now na we are getting is actually the 100 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. So if ever na makakuha tayo dyan ng support, then I think pwede tayo mag-push to the upside. Now, hindi ko pala ito nabanggit, yung ating early time frame is also forming a bullish divergence. So let's look at the bullish divergence. So you would actually notice na we have this declining price, diba? Look at the RSI then. The RSI is starting to increase. This would indicate na we are possibly forming a bullish signal dito. However, yun nga, kailangan natin ng, sinasabi natin kanina, kailangan natin ma-break yung ating 200 moving average early in order to confirm na we are in a bull move, and kailangan ng volume from this breakout para masabi natin na confirm yung ating move. So yeah, watch out for those levels for the short term. Remember, that is for the short term. For the 4-hour time frame naman, yun nga, actually pretty much the same yung analysis natin doon. Yun nga lang, hindi natin dito kita yung bullish divergence. So possibly na for the short term lang yung ating bullish divergence. Now let's look at this very bigger time frame na sinusundan natin sa 4-hour time frame, which is itong falling wedge. And look at that. Right now, we are playing that exactly as predicted. So we might actually go down to a much lower level for a bigger time frame. So right now, nasa area tayo ng 43,000 to 45,000 US dollars. So you need to look out for this Fibonacci level of around 42.5k or 42.6k US dollar level. So yeah, yun yung kailangan nyo watch out ngayon for the Bitcoin price. And yeah, it would be actually ideal na mag-drop tayo to this 200 moving average. Mas maganda kung ganun kasi pwede natin ma-reset yung mga iba't ibang indicators. Now, let's move on to the daily time frame for the Bitcoin price. So for the daily time frame, you would actually notice na we are still following this rising wedge, and the rising wedge is actually playing out. Kasi diba yesterday we confirmed a bearish move, which is yung MACD cross, and then meron yung time bearish divergence. So this would indicate na we are in a midterm downtrend if possible. Pero yun nga, there's no sell volume dito, not much of a sell volume. So possible na makakuha tayo ng support at certain areas like the 42.6k US dollars. So possible na support area siya to watch out. Pero if nag-break siya, we could possibly see this 38,000 US dollar na technical target nitong rising wedge. So yeah, let's also take a look at this. May fractal pattern din tayo na kailangan tingnan kasi let's reset the chart and look at this, guys. Kasi if you're going to look at this, we're actually following this similar move nitong Bitcoin price. So itong move na yan, yung fractal na yan, can actually equate that to this current move na mas maliit lang. So let's try to draw a fractal pattern from this movement. So you would actually notice na if you're going to follow this movement ng Bitcoin price and then ilagay natin siya sa current price action, let's move dito sa ating Bitcoin price and then lagay natin yung fractal na yan. Ipatong natin siya dito. So you would actually start to notice na yung fractal pattern niya is almost similar to how the Bitcoin price is actually moving. So in that case, yung previous move kasi natin dito, so you would actually notice dito sa fractal pattern, merong higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high. Pero nung na-break natin yung mga higher low, nag-start na tayo ng downtrend. So ito, lower low, lower high. So right now for the Bitcoin price, ganun din yung nangyayari ngayon dito. So if follow natin yung similar fractal pattern, we're actually getting this higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And now we are breaking this trend nitong higher low. Nagiging lower low na siya. So possible na mag-rebound siya if na-play natin yung falling wedge na sinasabi natin kanina. But yeah, I think na this is a similar fractal pattern na possible na mag-indicate na we are forming a downtrend. And if we actually saw that downtrend, you would actually see na yung pinakang support level niya is this bottom of $30,000 US dollars. Then this would indicate na yung pwedeng bottom natin dito is actually this $38,000 US dollars na from this descending triangle na nag-form dito sa ating previous price action. So yeah, we are basing this all from historical data. This is just speculative, itong fractal pattern. But at least may idea tayo kung ano yung pwedeng movement niya for the Bitcoin price in the coming days. So right now, you need to follow this closely before entering into any altcoins kasi of course, the crypto market will be dependent on how the Bitcoin price moves. And yeah, you need to watch out for this closely before entering to any altcoins. So speaking of altcoins, let's look into the Bitcoin dominance. So speaking of Bitcoin dominance, we are still in a downtrend for the Bitcoin dominance, indicating na we are still in an altcoin season. So altcoin season, dapat nagde-decline itong Bitcoin dominance natin. However, this altcoin season might be rejected somehow at possible makita tayo ng green candle. So bigyan natin to na recap guys yung Bitcoin dominance para sa mga baguhan sa channel. So ang Bitcoin dominance, if nagde-decline si Bitcoin dominance while Bitcoin is also declining, this would mean na yung mga altcoins would relatively stay healthy or magka-consolidate or minor yung dump nila. Isang scenario naman if nagde-decline si Bitcoin dominance while si Bitcoin is consolidating, altcoins would pump higher. Another scenario then is nagde-decline si Bitcoin dominance while Bitcoin is pumping. This would mean na yung altcoins would pump much higher than Bitcoin. So yun yung scenario na kailangan yung tingnan. However, if the Bitcoin dominance starts pumping, so tingnan natin yung pumping scenario. Ang pumping scenario niya, if nagpa-pump si Bitcoin dominance while Bitcoin is pumping, this would mean altcoins will get left behind. Another scenario is pumping si dominance while Bitcoin is consolidating. This would mean na altcoins might possibly bleed against Bitcoin. So possible na mag-decline siya ng konti or mag-consolidate. And then lastly, if the Bitcoin dominance is pumping while Bitcoin is decreasing, this would indicate na yung altcoins natin might dump even lower than Bitcoin. So that's why you need to follow the Bitcoin price kasi of course, yung fundamentals ni Bitcoin price and Bitcoin dominance would play out for this altcoin season movement. So right now, if nag-decline si Bitcoin price habang nade-decline pa din si dominance, then I think na that would be a good indication na magkakaroon tayo ng healthy altcoin season movement. Kasi if you're going to look at this altcoin season index, naalala nyo yung time na sinabi ko na sa inyo na is it time to invest in altcoins kasi we are at the Bitcoin season peak. Ayun na, nag-start na siya actually mag-increase. Let's look at the 30-day chart. You would actually notice na nag-start na umakyat yung ating altcoin season index, indicating na this is the best time to invest in altcoins. Pero remember, you need to follow this closely and if follow natin of course yung crypto market money flow na sinusundan natin previously dito sa ating channel. So right now for the altcoin season movement, you need to watch out closely for the Bitcoin price kasi of course, if you're going to look at the altcoin movement, lahat sila would actually play out a similar move with the Bitcoin price. So that's why I highly suggest na you follow first with the Bitcoin price kasi yeah, almost the same lang yung kanyang movement but pinakaiba is healthy yung altcoins ngayon kasi we are actually having this declining dominance pa din. So pretty much the same pa din for the whole crypto market. SLP ganun pa din yung ating sinusundan. So Axie Infinity SLP ganun pa din. So yeah, guys, I highly suggest na follow Bitcoin talaga and follow a dollar cost average strategy in buying the dip. So if ever na mag-decline pa tayo further with the Bitcoin price, kasi of course, when you are buying the dip, you are maximizing the compounding profit, especially when the Bitcoin price starts pumping. So yun guys, yun lang naman update natin for today. So if you find this video useful and informative, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video and bye-bye for now.